What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Jaynarc. Today we're going to do a rebuild of the Indianapolis Colts with Daniel Jones being QB1. He's turning up for them. They just took their first L like last week, but they're still 3-1. And why not rebuild with them? I mean, Daniel Jones is QB1 now for the foreseeable future. And let's see if we can make some success or have some success with them in Madden 26. So as we get to business, this is what the team looks like. Anthony Richardson's a 70 overall. Wow. Offensive line is pretty good for right now. We got Tyler Warren, who we're going to really develop and make sure that he's the guy. Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, who I definitely want to get more playing time for. And Riley Leonard's QB3 on here. So defense, I feel like the defense is pretty good for the most part. Run a 4-3. D-line, definitely have some guys here who could get to the quarterback. We got JT Tumalalu and I forgot to say his name, but his last name is Latu. So pretty good players. And Samson Ebukam is also a backup, so the D-line definitely has some players. Right now, I feel like on paper this team looks pretty good. We could try to see if we can move on from certain players. Like, so these guys are just staples of the team. They're not going anywhere. We got Michael Pittman here, who just got re-signed. So I feel like a lot of these guys just got re-signed and they're just gonna stay for the most part. And then we got Daniel Jones, who's staying. Ebukam, who's just a backup and he's 30 years old. Maybe we can move on from him. Maybe see if he has some value anywhere, because it doesn't seem like he'll be getting playing time. Plus we got different people and definitely doesn't look like we'll be able to move on from him. We got Anthony Richardson here. He has no trade packages. There's no way someone wouldn't want to take him. His penalty would be about 17 million, so we might have to just stick with him for the foreseeable future. So hopefully listen to the middle of the season and see if they're replicating the same success they're finding with Daniel Jones now. Shane Steichen, you are 3-4, and we're facing a 2-5 Chargers, or 2-5 Titans. Okay, we got 25 players ready to negotiate. We got Alec Pierce, Kwity Paye, I forgot about him. Braden Smith, our right tackle. Nick Cross wants to come back, be with us long term. I think a 4-year deal would be good for him. We got Kwity Paye. Daniel Jones wants a contract, so basically him balling out would require him getting a contract. So that's dope to see that he's doing well. Offense ranked 18th. Daniel Jones has 10 touchdowns, 2 picks. Only got sacked. He's got sacked 20 times. His completion percentage is a bit low. Rushing attack, JT is doing pretty well. He has 8 touchdowns on the year. Josh Downs is our lead receiver, even though I feel like it should be Tyler Warren. He only has 17 catches, but we'll figure out what we can do for him. The O-line, why do we have a guy? You've been injured and you want a contract extension, bro? Defoe has 7 sacks. Zaire Franklin's our lead linebacker, but we're not really getting that much, stuff from our defense. But we're 3-4. I feel like we could sneak into the playoffs. I think for the sake of the video, we're gonna re-sign Daniel Jones, give him a 3-year deal. I want to say yes, but I can't fully commit right now, bro. Lock in. And this is a linebacker. He's a Sam position, so we'll give him a 2-year deal. Let's see. Rodney Thomas as a strong safety. He's about 26 years old. We already have Cameron Bynum, so making sure we solidify this defense would be good for us. And apparently he went to Yale. All right, that's a different one. Tyler Goodson, again, another backup linebacker. Neville Gallimore. We have a very stout D-line. 2 guys that are 31, so maybe we could end up signing someone at that age, to at a young age, to keep onto the team. Salvin Ahmed, we just re-signed. Let's see if there's anyone worth re-signing. Joe Beishi, you're a depth player. Give you a 2-year deal. We got to make sure the depth is still good. You feel me? And what else do we have here? Buddy Johnson. This is a fly name. He's a Mike linebacker. Samson Ebukam. We still couldn't trade him. Bear was trying to, but he wants to get re-signed. Good luck. Then we got Tyquan Lewis, who wants to get re-signed. Who's his backup? Lied to. So if we sign Tyquan Lewis, but you can't fully commit right now, yeah, so you don't need to be here if you can't fully commit. Like, lock in, gang. And Anthony Richardson has a 5th-year option. Jeez, that we would have to pick up if we kept him. And we keep our kicker. All right, so tough stuff. Alec Pierce wants to get re-signed for a crazy amount of money. And I don't think he's the second receiver. He has no touchdowns, though. So we'd have to see how they perform. Let's see if we go 4-4 with the Titans here. Then after, we're going to use our franchise points. So we do win the game. We won 32-24. We also got a new injury. We're also facing the Steelers. JT partial MCL tear. That's awful. Damn, that's just awful, man. We got some tough injuries here, but they're gonna have to step up in his absence. Who's gonna be running back 1 now? That's the real question. It's gonna be Tyler Goodson. All right, so DJ Giddens will get the start. He's from Kansas State, and Tyler Goodson will be the backup. That's rough, bro. That is rough. But hey, JT was the lead running back. We'll get him back hopefully for the postseason if we make it. I want to take a look at our game, see how well we actually did. So against the Titans, 32-24 is a great win. Daniel Jones had 1 touchdown pass, and he got sacked once. He was 15 for 22, but no sacks. 16 carries, 141 yards, and 1 touchdown for JT. And then Tyler Goodson had 13 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown. So we really run the ball a lot, which I love to see. Alec Pierce had 5 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown. So he locked in after I said he needed to. This man's Jeffrey Simmons had 5 TFLs, bro. 5 TFLs. Aledo had 1 sack, so we had no sack from defense, but Kenny Moore had a pick. All right, so we're going to add in our franchise staff points and then sim to the postseason and hope that we make it. And actually, before we do that, let's re-sign Daniel Jones. Let's give him a deal. We're running out of cap room. The last offer we submitted, let's see. We're giving him a player-friendly deal. 4 years. I'm on the fence. What do you mean? What do you mean you're on the fence, bro? Braden Smith, right tackle. We're not going to have any money re-signing him, so we're going to have to probably let him go. Quiddy Pay, you're going to have to lock in because we did draft JT, so damn, we're kind of, like, it's kind of tough for us. And Alec Pierce wants a crazy deal. We also have Adonai Mitchell, so, but that's not worth it cap-wise. Definitely not cap-wise, so Alec Pierce is going to be the odd man out here. Let's sim past the Steelers so we can make sure we re-sign Daniel Jones. He's asking for a lot of bread, but he is QB1. Let's see if we beat the Steelers. We ended up losing to the Steelers here. We lost 24-13, so that's rough. That is a rough loss. Probably, hopefully our rush attack was present. That's what I'm hoping for. Dan Jones had 2 touchdowns. He got sacked 4 times, though. He had a 75 completion percentage. We need to do better with our pass row. DJ Giddens, 19 carries, 58 yards, and he fumbled. All right, so you had your chance to start, and you sold. So looks like Tyler Goodson will be the starter for the foreseeable future. Alec Pierce is still balling. And Michael Pittman's getting no love. He's got 1 catch for 6 yards. And defense, who's the guy giving up sacks? It is everyone. Nice. It's an everyone thing. Chad Muma had a sack. All right. And Charvarius Ward had a pick. So Daniel Jones, again, he's got good numbers right now. I'm going to still try to see if we could give him a deal. He's just being, annoying. So maybe we give him 18 mil and then give him a bonus of 13.5. All right, we get Daniel Jones. We solidified our QB1 of the future. And now we're going to sim to the postseason. All right, we ended up going 6-11. Wow. So we were 4-4, and then from that point on, we went 2-5. That is not good. Daniel Jones finished with 22 touchdowns, 12 picks. What happened? JT came back, still had over 1,000 yards. Josh Downs, 936 yards, 12 touchdowns. Bro, what happened to the team? We just regressed horribly. DeForest Buckner had 14.5 sacks. All right, that's awesome. JT had 4 sacks. All right, so it looks like we underperformed like crazy, and our contract gets extended. But what? I feel like we got kind of robbed, bro. I thought we were gonna perform way better than that. All right, so it looks like we have more work to be done. So Pro Bowlers in the AFC, JT made it, of course. Wide receivers, offensive line, we got Quentin Nelson. And that's literally it. Defense, obviously, Defoe and our Sam linebacker actually made it. So he's here for the long run. We love that. And the rest of it, nothing. So, yeah, Super Bowl. Jags won the AFC South and was in the Super Bowl. That's ridiculous. And the Super Bowl is now Falcons, Ravens. I saw the Falcons were 7-1 when we played them right before I simmed. So that's awesome. We love to see our team failed miserably when we were 3-4, or when we were 4-4 at one point. And I want to see the recap, 2025 season recap. So Falcons ended up winning 23-22, well deserved. Offensive player of the year went to Devonta Smith. Defensive player of the year went to Micah Parsons. Offensive rookie of the year went to Ashton Jainty. Jalon Walker, Defensive Rookie of the Year, MVP Josh Allen, Michael Penix, Super Bowl MVP. So it was Michael Penix's year, I guess. So he balled out. Good for him. Man, we're going to fire some coaches. So Kyle Shanahan ended up getting fired, and we just signed him as our offensive coordinator. And for a defensive coordinator, I want to see if there's any coach that would be worth it for us. Pete Carroll, he got fired immediately, but he would not join us. I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, what's his name would end up joining us either, Kyle Shanahan, but that's all right. We're going to try a new guy. We're going to try a guy in Austin Jones, see what that looks like for us. But we get a new OC that hopefully can make things shake. So Alec Pierce we're letting walk. Kwity Paye wants an $18 million deal, but we wouldn't be able to afford that, my boy. It's just not possible. Braden Smith, our right tackle, we're asking for way too much money, and I'm okay with trying to figure out a new situation for you. Tyler Goodson, Neville Gallimore. A lot of the rest of these guys here, I don't really feel like we need. Maybe Tyquan Lewis for backup duties. Player-friendly deal, 2 years. We get him back, so for depth, because we're gonna need that. And Ebukam, I'm gonna let go because he already stained a lot of bread from us, and he wants a $6 million deal for 1 year. I don't think that's worth it at all. And looks like Grover Stewart retired too, so we lost out on him. Danny Pinter, center, he wants to join back on a 1 year deal. Nah, we're gonna also have to figure out something for the O-line. So a lot of these guys we're just gonna let walk, and I think that's okay. I mean, that's okay with me because we need to find some fly guys. We got $24 million. See if there's people that want to join us. Clearly, Mike Evans would not want to. Quarterback situation, we're chilling for now. Let's look at the O-line stuff. So we got guys who do not want to join us one bit. The interest is not there. We got Josh Myers who's interested. Have them battle it out for QB1. Give him a 1 year deal. I think Josh Myers could work. Right guard, we got Evan Neal who's interested in joining us. Respectfully, I'm gonna have to say no. And right tackle, we got no one that's interested in joining us, so that might be something we focus on in the draft. Left edge, so we got Josh Pascal. At left edge, we just have Latu and Tyquan Lewis, so we're going to have our young boys leading the way. Nose tackle, we got Travis Jones, who the Ravens did not keep. So if we give Travis Jones a 2 year deal, maybe that'll work out for us really well. Yeah, I'm actually excited about that. Our Mike position, we got Nakobe Dean, who they let walk for some reason. And who do we have here? We have Zaire Franklin that we could move on from. Give Nakobe Dean a deal. That could work. That could work for us. So let's advance to next week, see if we pick those guys up. So we have about $9 million left. Braden Smith signed with the Niners. All right, you op. We got Travis Jones and Josh Myers. So we solidified our future D tackle. So that's awesome. And I'm feeling confident. Let's go to the draft. Or honestly, we could maybe try to make a trade. Now that I think about it, we could try to make a trade. What picks do we have? All right, we got no one in practice squad. We got the first pick, and it's number 9 overall. Let's see. So Anthony Richardson, he's just going to have to stay there and just be backup for now. Running back situation straight. Wide receivers, Josh Allen's an 88. And Adonai Mitchell is going to have a great season because you're going to be a focal point. And we would save $24 million if we traded away Michael Pittman. Now, he didn't really do much for us this season. And let's see what value he has. So Curtis Samuel, why would we do a trade just straight up? What? Cedric Tillman and a 4th round pick. Dax Hill, a corner in a 4th. Dante Jackson, who's 30 years old already. Wow. Andrew Makuba in a 5th. Eric Stokes is 2 7s. Jordan Winnington, 2 7s. That's not really... Nakobe Dean signed with the Steelers. You're an op, bro. Why would we... What? Nick Chubb still on the Texans and Roger McCreary. Do they think our corners are trash or something? Why are they trying to just give us a cornerback so bad? We have Charvarius Ward and Kenny Moore and Mekhi Blackman, Jalen Jones. Yeah, we have guys here. I'm not stressed about that. That doesn't make sense to me. I want a new Mike, and I want to trade away Zaire Franklin, not because he's bad, but just to see what we can get. Trey Benson in a 7th. So, see, having a rotation at that D-line would be, or at that running back position would be amazing. D-line, Ty Robinson in a 7th. Well, we just got a guy, too. Eric Stokes, Cedric Gray. I'm honestly interested in getting Trey Benson. I'm going to give him a counter offer and ask for a higher pick. Maybe ask for like a 4th round pick. Oh, that's close. That's close. Huh. How about a pick of next year? 3rd of next year. I'll go for a 4th of next year then. And Trey Benson. They're not willing to give that up. All right, so 5th of next year then. Just so you guys don't have a 5th of next year. Why don't you guys have 5th round picks? All right, so I'll take 2 6s then. Oh my gosh, you guys are annoying. All right, I'll take a 6th and a 7th. Accept this trade. Why are you guys like this? All right, a 6th of next year then too. Come on. Why are you guys like this? All right, a 7th. You guys don't have a 7th of next year. How about a 7th of 2028? You guys don't have one. You are killing me, bro. All right, whatever. We'll do this trade straight up. We'll do that trade straight up because I wanted to make sure we have that linebacker position kind of settled with. We got Defoe, Travis Jones, and Adebawar, so that's good for me. Right edge, we got JT and Truman Jones, I guess. Left edge, we got good rotation, I guess. Right guard, Matt Gonclaves, Josh Myers, and Tanner Bortolini. So that should be good. We're going to have them battle it out, see who's going to get that play. Left tackle, we got Rashad Raymond still and Jalen Travis. So right tackle is not going to be a hard position to kind of figure out. But Michael Pittman, this position, I'm trying to think like what would be the best way to go about it. Because we want to make sure we're in the best situation possible and we have cap room. I'm not really a believer in Michael Pittman, even though he's a good receiver. But trading him for Cedric Tillman in the 4th would kind of be like, to be honest. But that does give us cap room, and we don't need a running back anymore. So Andrew Makuba would be nice, but Cedric Tillman, we countered this, but we need a lead receiver. We definitely need a lead receiver, but we have Tyler Warren. So Cedric Tillman, we can give them a veteran receiver and get maybe a 2nd round pick out of them. Let's see. They're like not a chance. Okay, but you guys are trying to give me freaking Cedric Tillman. All right, we get a 3rd round pick. So we get rid of Michael Pittman. We're going to need that recovery from Cedric Tillman to ball out. But we're putting a lot of faith in Adonai Mitchell and Josh Downs. And that gives us some cap room to work with. So I'm pretty content with that. And I think a right tackle could bless us. Taylor Mullen has no interest. But if we signed him for a 1-year deal perhaps. He wants 2 years. A 2-year deal. No, let's go 1 year. A 2-year deal. Maybe we could break out of the contract towards like the end. Give him a 2-year deal so we can maybe, just maybe, get that position handled with the draft. That could work out. And Tier Tart. Nah, we could draft the D lineman too. So we made some moves for picks. And now I'm ready for the draft. So we end up getting Taylor Moton. So we solidified that right tackle position. Mike linebacker is still a big concern for us, so we're going to figure that out. But D-line, I'm actually pretty content with, like I was saying before. And cornerbacks are good for the most part for now. So, draft, we need to go after a Mike position linebacker. Like we need an inside linebacker, and we need a future right tackle. So, let's sim to our pick. It's the 9th overall pick. And hopefully we have some depth here, because that's going to be what makes or breaks for us. So, doesn't look like they have much here. They got a right edge. I don't want a right edge. We want a lineman, if anything, or a inside linebacker. So, Mike, we got a guy, Jonathan Weaver. He has B block shed, D pursuit, B to D tackling, and B to D zone coverage. He looks okay. He looks okay. To be our number 1, that's a tall task. This guy's nice, though. This guy, Ben Morales, is nice, bro. Look at his stats overall. I'm going for him. Morales, we're drafting you high and early. You're going to be our new inside linebacker. He was ranked number 2 in true value. Drafted him at number 9. Perfect. We got the second best player in the whole entire draft. Now we're honestly chilling. Got our linebacker of the future, and we got a couple more picks in the top 90. So in the second round here, this is where we can maybe go like another D line or a tackle actually. Tackle could work. Let's see what tackles we got. Day 3 projection? Yeah, no. Round 3 to 4? Yeah, no. Day 3, no. Day 3, no. Yeah, nah. So that's a miss, big time. D tack, we got a kid named Andre Torres from Michigan. Yeah, no. Your stats are awful. What? BF, like, bro, we're not. Yeah, no chance. Sam linebacker, Joey Ortega. He looks pretty nice though. He might be one of the top tier guys in this draft, so maybe we get him. He's ranked number 79, drafted him at 41. Okay. All right, so one of our picks here. Ooh, Joey Escobar, tight end in the 3rd round. A to C catching traffic, C catching, B to D deep route, and B run block. Why not take a whiff on him? Joey Escobar, you'll be our tight end number 2. You were, I don't know what you were ranked at. Let's send to the end of the draft now. Draft recap. What do we got here? So, damn, he was an 81. The Sam was a 72. Escobar was a 72. We also got a quarterback in Tucker Young in the 3rd round for some reason. But then we got a right guard who's a 73. That's great. We need that D-line to get more help. Awesome, dude. I feel like we had a successful draft, yo. Like, yo, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm feeling very confident with this team. Let's adjust the lineup here. So we got multiple quarterbacks for some reason. We got Riley Leonard still. So let's generate best lineup. Reorder that. Joey Escobar is tight end 2. Wide receivers, we're going to put a lot of emphasis on Adonai Mitchell and Cedric Tillman. O-line, we have some depth here, which is great. Tackle position, I'll worry about that next season. We also have this kid, Travis, here. Defense, we got Morales, who's a starting linebacker. Chad Muma starting. And then we also got Joey Ortega, who's going to start over Carlis. D-line, we got some depth. I'm not too worried about that. Cornerbacks are pretty good, too. And special teams, we got Spencer Schrader, and we got Roberto Sanchez. So we're looking really good there. And honestly, for the sake of Anthony Richardson, we'll trade him away. Let him see if we could get some help somewhere else. Not help, but let him get some playing time somewhere else. Maybe battle for a QB position. He's got no offers. And we're gonna see if we just send him to a team that needs a quarterback, just because he's not gonna win the job. You know, Daniel Jones is the long-term guy, and that's just what it is for them. And let's see, Packers would want him. Raiders, Rams want him. They just have Matt Stafford, Pat Hayward, and Matt Adams. So damn, Matt Stafford's cap it's $48 million. Oy. Let's give the Rams Anthony Richardson for a 5th round pick. Cool. So Anthony Richardson's gone. He gets to figure out if he can make it. And yeah, that's going to be their situation. So in this game, we're going to have, I think, Josh Myers is going to be the backup to Tanner Bortolini. So let's see how they do in the first game. That's going to be our big concern, to figure out who's going to be our starting center, because that is a concern. So we didn't fumble. We didn't throw interceptions. We lost 26-7. Now, if we take a look at that game, 26-7 is a big L. Jackson Dart went off. Sam Hartman did nice, I guess. Daniel Jones, 65 passer rating. Tucker Young, 56 passer rating. And got sacked mad times, yo. That's not good. JT had a touchdown. Benson had a he had some good carries, I guess. Blocking. So, offensive line, who gave up sacks? So, the rookie gave up 2 sacks. Tucker gave up a sack. Gonclaves gave up a sack. Travis gave a sack. Okay, but nothing from the centers. The centers still held it down. All right, so we'll keep that in mind. For now. No interceptions. So 26-7 L. Luckily, this is preseason. This week we have the Falcons, who just won the Super Bowl, so that's gonna be a big time matchup here. Let's see if we can maybe win that game. We do win the game, and we won 28-10, but we got 2 new injuries. Let's see, Blake Freeland. Damn, Trey Benson tore his labrum. All right, well, he's not going to be in IR. A backup tackle, foot fracture, broken finger from one of our D tackles. But we did win a good game here. 28-10. Statistics: Daniel Jones 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 13 for 21. Michael Penix got it. Jameis Winston got sacked 4 times. All right, Tucker Young. Okay, he's doing pretty well. 92 passer rating. Trey Benson, 1 touchdown. He's a future starter is what it says for him. All right. Love to see that. Josh Downs, 5 catches, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Anthony Gould. Well, he's probably one of the backups, so that makes sense for him. Defense, Chad Muma, JT. Okay, Defoe, Tyquan Lewis. Love that. Kenny Moore had a pick. All right. And who gave up sacks, though? That's the real question. Colts players, just Jalen Travis. All right. So we're not giving up that many sacks. I want Riley Leonard to get some playing time as well. So we're not going to play Daniel Jones in this preseason game. We're going to let Riley Leonard start. And then Tucker Young will be the backup. And also, we're going to do the same thing because we know they like to play these guys towards this portion of the season. So we're going to let these running backs go. Fullback will be Escobar. Wide receivers, we'll let Tillman be wide receiver 1, Ashton be wide receiver 2, and Gold be wide receiver 3. Tight end, Escobar is going to start. Oh, shoot. We can't start him. So we'll start Mallory. And tight end number 2 will be Mallory here. Offensive line, we're going to start Travis just for the sake of no injuries. Left guard, we're going to start Tucker. Center, we're going to start Josh Myers. Right guard, we're going to start Holcomb. And right tackle, we don't have a backup, but we'll just start Nisei, I guess. We'll start Nisei. Left edge, Tyquan Lewis, and in hand. And we'll reorder the depth chart too. I think that's going to be a safe way for us to make sure that guys don't get injured. D tackle. Oh, our newbie got injured, so we're gonna start Travis Jones and then Jacob Ritchie and Sam linebacker. We got a new guy. It's gonna be Ortega, so we're gonna make sure he's gonna play. Carlis will be leading here. Bachi. Yo, we're doing all this just to have to freaking re-shift like everything, but that's okay. Joey Ortega will be there. Cornerbacks, we'll let them do their thing there, but that's what the line's going to be. I want to really put emphasis on seeing how well they perform against the Commanders. So we won 29-17. So I think having the backups in was a great play by me. Riley Leonard had 2 touchdowns, 112 passer rating, 52 completion percentage. Tucker Young did come in and throw a touchdown. Jaden Daniels got picked off twice and got sacked twice. Love that. All right. DJ Giddens had 10 carries, 29 yards, so nothing too crazy for him. Receiving, Cedric Tillman, 4 catches, 70 yards and a touchdown. 4 catches, 71 yards and no touchdowns for Ashton Doolin. And Josh Downs, 5 catches, 55 yards and a touchdown. All right, sounds good. Travis had another sack. Tanner Bordellini came in and had a sack. So I don't know, man. Something happened there. Carlis had a sack. Morales had half sack. So did Travis Jones. And Chad Muma had a pick, and so did Joe Bachi. All right, so interesting year. Interesting preseason. We got 11 players to cut. Now, this will be tough. So I'm going to practice squad the left guard. I'm going to practice squad the D tackle. Ramiz Ahmed, I don't think we need 2 kickers, even though he has good kick power. Jacob Ritchie, I'm going to practice squad you too. We don't need 2 kickers, so we're gonna cut you, unfortunately, Ramiz. Michael Neese will be there for depth. Lance Boykin, I don't know why. You have 84 speed, bro. Not a chance. Hunter Wohler, put you in a practice squad. Isaiah Land, you're a depth player. Same with Blake Freeland. He's a depth player. We'll get you. We'll keep you for depth. Isaiah Land. John Edwards, a practice squad. Nick Nash, wide receiver. I guess we could practice squad him just because it says we can. Ramel Keaton. Jack Browning's a punter. Why do we have another punter? He looks like a good. Yeah, that's a steal right there. Tyquan Lewis, why are you the starting left edge? That doesn't even make sense. And we got to cut 2 players. So, all right, I guess Michael Neese could go. And then who could we cut here? 2 left edges. I guess Isaiah Land. All right, so we're here for the season. Let's go. All right, so this is what we're going with once the season begins. We got Chad Muma, Sam here, all that good stuff. D-line is looking pretty good to me. And we got some injuries, but I'm feeling pretty confident with this team. So let's sim past week 1. So we ended up losing 35-20, and we got a new injury. DJ Giddens, oh, damn, the rookie linebacker, foot fracture out for 4 to 8 weeks. Damn, boy. DJ Giddens also got injured, so out for 4 to 8 weeks. What do we do with that, man? We're going to have to get a free agent inside linebacker at this point. What? Like, Rashawn Evans is still here. Khaleke Hudson. I guess we'll just sign him for now. He'll have to, bro, we're already starting off on a bad note defensively. Like, how does that happen? Ramel, we'll put you in a practice squad, and then we'll just reorder the team. Bro, we just can't even... I'm going to take a look at the numbers, see what happened here, but Daniel Jones, you better not have done us foul. That's one thing for sure. It better have been a good game. Let's see. 15-point loss. So Joe Burrow got sacked twice. He got picked off once. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. 51 completion percentage. That's not good at all. JT, 15 carries, 64 yards. And receiving, Jalen Naylor went off on us, I guess. Cedric Tillman had 8 catches, 90 yards. Adonai Mitchell, 3 catches, 37 yards and a touchdown. So Cedric Tillman is him. And defense, Travis Jones had a sack. Laitu had half sack, so did Kenny Moore. And Chad Muma had a pick. So Chad Muma's been the guy, apparently. So I'm more than happy with that. So let's go to middle of the season. All right, middle of the season, we're 3-4, just like last year, bro. Like, literally just like last season. All right, so 3-4. See, our guys are not leading anywhere statistically. Daniel Jones has 11 touchdowns and 10 picks on the year. All right, bro, you should be playing way better than last year. That's not a good start. Adonai Mitchell is our lead receiver. And blocking, Raymond has given up 5 sacks. Borderline has given up 4 sacks. Defensively, 7 sacks from Buckner, 3 from Travis Jones, 3 from JT, 2 from Latu. So need a little bit more production from those guys. And we only have 1 interception, but we're 3-4. Something's got to give. We got the 3-4 Giants. I have faith. Let's take a look at what players want to get re-signed. JT, shoot. Quentin Nelson, Josh Downs, Defoe, Kenny Moore. We got like everybody needs to get re-signed. All right, so DeForest Buckner, 2-year deal. You're the guy. We get you back. You are a veteran in the presence of the D-line. You're going to retire a GOAT. Then we got Quentin Nelson. Same thing with you. You're a GOAT. You got to come back. JT, running back number 1. You definitely need to re-sign you. 3-year deal, I think, is good. You're back. All right, cool. So we re-signed some key players. Josh Downs. Man, you just got to lock in. But even though I wasn't looking to return, the offer is getting real tempting. You're not looking to return? Bro, how? Like, what? Jalen Jones, we could definitely re-sign him. 4-year deal, lock him down long-term. We do. We have good corners. We definitely have good cornerback depth. Cedric Tillman, I think we'll definitely re-sign him. He just needs to keep balling out. But, yeah, let's into the end of the season. All right, so we go 8-9. So, a down year again. But I feel like our offense is improving a lot. 8-9. Daniel Jones had 27 touchdowns, 19 picks. We're going to need a little bit more from him. 1,100 yards for JT on the year. Only 4 touchdowns and 3 fumbles. Josh Downs, 11 touchdowns, 975 yards. Adonai Mitchell's developing well. I'm okay with that. Rashad Raheem, he gave 15 sacks, bro. All right. That's going to have to change. Like, you're going to have to lock in. But defense, Kenny Moore led the team in tackles for some reason. He had 118 tackles as a cornerback, 1.5 sacks and 3 picks and 2 TFLs. Defoe, 18.5 sacks. Travis Jones, 8.5. JT, 7.5. Latu, 4.5. So our D-line really got to the QB. And interceptions, Kenny Moore and Jalen Jones both had 3 apiece. Ben Morales, our inside linebacker, did really well. Hopefully he wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. But another down year, but I have faith in this 3rd year that the Colts will be back in the promised land and back to handling business. Have faith with me, Colts Nation. So Pro Bowlers, AFC, Cam Ward made it. Wow. Running back, I see our boy JT did not make it. Receivers, O-line, Raymond made it, giving up 15 sacks. So did Quentin Nelson. And, wow. D-line situation, Defoe made it. I'm surprised our backup didn't make it. Linebackers, none of our guys. Kenny Moore made it as well. Secondary, kickers, nothing. All right, so we had a couple Pro Bowlers, but that's all right. We are focused. Giants are in the Super Bowl. What is that? If it's Giants-Patriots Super Bowl, I'm going to be irate. No way that happens again. Giants-Patriots Super Bowl. What the heck, bro? What the heck? Really? Really? Who would have thought we'd see that again? That's unreal. That's unreal. Jackson Dart versus Drake May. The rivalry begins again. The Northeast matchup. So D-Hop retires. Giants win the Super Bowl. Super Bowl MVP's Cam Scatterboo. Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to the Bengals D lineman Darrell Simmons. That's rough, bro. MVP went to Joe Burrow. Jonathan Cooper won Defensive Player of the Year. That doesn't make any sense. I have faith in our coaching staff. we just gotta like win games, dude. Like that's what it comes down to me. We just gotta literally win games. We got 16 players ready to negotiate. We have about 57 million. So Josh Downs, we're gonna accept the Light-2's option, unfortunately. Then Josh Downs, we're gonna re-sign you because I think that makes sense. I think that deal makes sense. Give him a 4-year deal. We get him back. He's been our lead receiver, so might as well keep it like that. Mekhi Blackman, another cornerback here that I believe should stay long-term for us. We'll give him a 2-year deal because we're going to let Kenny Moore walk. A Pro Bowl corner, we'll let him walk. Cedric Tillman, I'm honestly going to let you walk, to be honest. I'll let you test free agency. I'm not really too worried about him. D-line, Adebawor, whatever how to say his last name, I think you deserve to get extended. Josh Myers, he has interest in coming back. Honestly, I like Josh Myers. I think he'll be good for depth, and to him and Bordellini could beef on who's going to be the backup, I guess. Daniel Scott, backup free safety. Give him a 3-year deal. He wants to test free agency out. All right, you go do that, my boy. Like, whatever floats your boat. Khaleke Hudson and Eric Wilson. Why do we have so many guys here? Punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, we get you back, and we'll just let simulation figure out the rest, to be honest. So we'll have about 16 million going into free agency. So Morales is an 89 overall, and he wears the number 2, so you know he's a beast. Charvarius Ward, we can honestly move on from him and make some bread. Same thing with Taylor Moton. So we have a lot of potential moves we can make here just to kind of save ourselves like from losing out on money. And we know we're cooked with Daniel Jones, but the cornerback situation, we can see if we could get some value out of Charvarius Ward. I'm willing to go get a new cornerback 1. He hasn't really done anything except take cap room from us. Strong safety who's gold. You're crazy. 5th, and a 7th. Keon Coleman is crazy too. Jonathan Cooper just won Defense Player of the Year. Why would you guys sell him? Dax Hill, cornerback, a 4th, 6th, and a 6th. Tulu Tupatolu, whatever. Trevon Diggs, Mitch Keller, Travis Etienne. They give us a running back for him. Trevon Morig, wide receiver Jabari Fryer. Yo, these guys are willing to give us some pieces, bro. Alec Pierce back for Charvarius Ward. So I want to get the most. Travis Etienne would be nice to have, but I want to get the most value possible. Like this strong safety here, I'm interested because why not? I want to get a higher pick too. Whatever you guys got going on, that's cool. No, I want to get a high pick. You guys got the 1st pick in the draft. Give us a 2nd round pick, and you guys are golden. You don't want to do that, right? So why are you guys trying to sell me short? Trying to sell us short. All right, how about this? How about a 5th of next year, a 3rd of this year? You guys are not interested. All right, a 3rd straight up. Not interested. Interesting. Who's our strong safety? So we got Cameron Bynum and Rodney Thomas. So Cameron Bynum, we could move on, trade him away, see what value he has for a young guy. James Daniels, right guard, in a 5th and a 7th. Tyrone Tracy in a 6th. All right, so we got some value here too. Devondre Sweat. Wow, we would have a stout D-line, bro. I can't lie. We would have a stout D-line, man. Damn, I'm willing to do it. Defense wins championships, right? A 3rd and Devondre Sweat for Cameron Bynum. They're close. What right guards do you guys have, actually? Because I saw the James Daniels pick. That's also not too bad. Cole Strange. Let's see. They're like, nah, dude. Why does it say we need a right guard? What's wrong with our right guard? Let's see if that does anything. We got Gonclaves here. He's 26 years old. And we have Holcomb. So we really don't need a right guard. What we do need is a right tackle, though. But rest of the O-line we could work with for now. But, dude, imagine Travis Jones. Yo, we would have a great D-line. Can't lie. Sam linebacker, we have 2 studs here. Then we got Ben Morales, who's him. Linebackers I'm feeling really confident with. And our free safety, Nick Cross, is going to be there for the long while. Same with Hunter Worrell. And you know what, dude? I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're making that huge trade. Cameron Bynum. Let's see. James Daniels would be an interesting pick, but we don't need guys that are just all around the same age unless you put them at like right tackle or something. Nah, we don't need another running back because we have running backs, I think. We have J2 who re-signed, and we also have Trey Benson who's on another year. We could also draft a guy too. So Cameron Bynum for him is not going to work. Bro, T'Vondre Sweat, dude, I think I'm going to go for this. I have to. I think that makes sense. Why not? Why not? T'Vondre Sweat in a 5th. They go for the deal. So we just made our D-line just unreal, bro. Just made it super, super unreal. So now with Charvarius Ward, Tyreek Stevenson, a 3rd and a 6th. For a 3rd round pick. Keon Coleman would give us another receiver. Dax Hill, a 4th, a 6th, and a 6th. I want a strong safety, though. We got Teron Morig, who's nice. He's 28 years old, though. Jabari Fryer. We got Cam Curl straight up. I'm not going to do that. I want some picks out of this. Cameron Bynum, we could get him back, and nah. Let's see. They want to give us Tyreek Stevenson. How about this? What if we also took y'all strong safety? Would that be okay with y'all? Yeah, I was willing to give him up before. Wait, wasn't it a strong safety? Oh, that was the Bengals. That was the Bengals that was giving us that pick. Charvarius Ward for all these players. We would have to give up a pick for Jaquan Brisker and Tyreek Stevenson. Let's try it again. Because I want to see why they're not giving us that option anymore. Bengals, yeah, they literally don't want to give us a strong safety for some reason. But I thought it was them that had it. Who has that freaking safety, bro? I must be losing my mind. Keon Coleman, bro. It would be such a beast to have. And have Adonai Mitchell. Get a lead receiver. Or get Dax Hill, a 4th. A 6th and a 6th. Well, we could go for a younger cornerback. Who's a 3rd. And get a 3rd round pick out of him for next year. Or Dax Hill. I don't know. It's kind of tough. What about Dax Hill? Let's see if we can finesse a strong safety out of you guys. I know you guys have Buda Baker. He's not going anywhere. But I'll take a captain for Buda Baker. Yeah, no, they're not going to do it. Dude. I feel like safeties are good corners are harder to come around than safeties. So Dax Hill and these picks, why not? We'll do it. We make that trade happen. All right, free agency's here. We just made some like ridiculous moves to our team, but we got some new corners, younger, and we have a young crew now, and we have about 40 million to work with. So Zay Flowers is gone. Strong safety. What do we got here? So we got Kobe Bryant, then we got Isaiah Simmons. So Kobe Bryant has some interest in joining us, so we'll sign him for now. Hopefully he joins us. He'll be a bridge player for us. So Justin Simmons is a free agent too. Jordan Howden. What do we got? We got Hunter Wohler, Nick Cross. So we're gonna stick with those two for now. Cornerbacks, we're looking pretty good. Linebackers, I'm not really too worried. Only thing I really care about is getting a backup just in case Morales gets injured. So we'll get Kev Murray. And D edge or D lineman, right edge, we got Truman Jones and JT. I think maybe getting a better backup for now could help us out. Maybe like a Bryce Huff. 1 year, $8 million could work. D tackle situation, what do we got here? So no, our D tackle is actually set. We don't need a D tackle. We do not need one. Right guard, what we got? We got Anthony Burford here. We got Holcomb and Goncalves here. And Taylor Moan we could move on from, but we can move things around if it makes sense. Ryan Kelly wants to come back to be a mentor, but you're asking for $13 million, bro. You're asking for $13 million to come back. That's a bit much. Then we got DeJuan Jones here. Tight end. I don't think we have a number 2 besides Joey. Yeah, we have Joey Escobar. So I guess we could sign a guy just for depth, really. Like Cal Catretta. Yeah, Cal Catretta, something like that, whatever. We get him. And wide receivers. So we got Tyreek Hill, who's 92 speed, so he's regressed. Tyreek Hill's, or Zay Flowers is faster than him. We just have Josh Downs and Adonai Mitchell. A receiver, Rondale Moore. I don't want a guy that's just like the same exact play style. That's the other thing. So Alec Ingold for fullback, I guess, could work. And we'll draft the running back. So, all right, cool. Let's go to the draft. So, Morales and Kenneth Murray's here. We got some good linebackers. D-line depth is insane. We got Bryce Huff and Tavondre Sweat. Cornerbacks are... Oh, we also got Kobe Bryant, too. Offense, you know, we're going to have to draft a wide receiver for sure. I think that'll be our best bet to go for. But let's sim to our pick. So, we got the 13th pick in the draft. I'm honestly thinking wide receiver is like the best bet here. And we've worked on the defense quite a bit. So DNs we don't really need, but wide receivers, that's what I want to look at. We want to look at some wide receivers here. So we got Allen Roundtree. He has C catching traffic, D catching. That's all I need to see. If you can't catch and you're a wide receiver, what are you doing in the draft, bro? Same thing with this kid Jonathan Garcia. Then we got a kid Sergio Hernandez. So he has C release, D catching traffic, B D catching, B deep route. He's a 4 fastest receiver. Speed-wise, it looks like a real deal, but we also got a kid here, Carl Scioli. He has C release, D deep route, B catching traffic, and A catching. 12 fastest receiver. You know, he doesn't look too bad. And then we also got Forbes here, who doesn't seem like a bad option either. He has F catching. When I see F catching, that doesn't make any sense to me. Then we got Linval Wallace, B release, B catching traffic, ADC catching C. Now that's nice. 11th wide receiver. All right, this guy's a physical specimen. Let's trade back. Let's trade back. Let's look at offers. Let's trade back. They're giving me 2 firsts. No, I want to trade back in the draft. They give us a 4th of next year. Now I want to trade back and still have a pick. Maybe get 2 firsts. You guys are tripping. Packers though. Packers can, you know, we go back to pick 42 would be interesting, but. Go back a couple spots here. We get a 1st of next year, too. Honestly, I might trade with the Eagles. They give us a 1st of next year, and we also still have a 1st pick in this round. I'll gladly do it. Hopefully that kid is still there, though. Hopefully that kid is still there as we get to pick 28. Allen Roundtree, Jonathan Garcia. No, I think he's still there. I think we... Oh, we also need an old lineman. I just thought about that. We also need linemen. But... doesn't look like we'll have much here. So, another season of Taylor Mullen, that's why we signed him. But I think it was this kid Wallace that I really liked, right? Linval Wallace. And, yeah, he's like first everything. I think Linval Wallace could be our first-round projection wide receiver. And we might have missed ranked number 30, true value drafted him at number 28. See? This is exactly why I went for him. That's great. We got a 1st-round pick at wide receiver that worked out exactly how we wanted it to. And I guess with this pick, we can maybe try to see if there's a line, like a wide receiver or maybe a lineman that we could go for. Center 3 to 4, day 3 to 4. This kid here. So I'm not really feeling too confident with him. Sam, Mike, Grant Hayden. We got a kid here, Will Singer, another linebacker, A zone coverage. That's really nice. This kid doesn't look too bad himself. Cornerbacks, we got 2 to 3s. You know, we'll let simulation handle the rest because they did a good job last time, so we'll let them do that. Draft recap is here. So that receiver was a 75. Oh man, we drafted some misses, but we got a left edge who's 73, safety, DN. Yeah, I didn't really know what else to really go for with our team. Yeah, this receiver though was a 93 speed, so we've got a guy. We got the receiver that we were looking for. It kind of worked out how we wanted it to. So 1st-round receiver. So this has to be a make or break year for Daniel Jones and his Colts team, or it's just gonna be a miss. Literally just a miss. So generate best lineup. So Wallace will be wide receiver 3. We'll see how he plays around with that. Defense, again, we got some gems defensively. I feel pretty confident with our guys, so not really too worried about the defense. It's really just the offense. So let's see how preseason goes. So Tucker Young had 3 touchdowns. He's backup QB. He went off. Daniel Jones, this man's went 0 for 3 in a pick. All right, bro, what are we doing? Like, what is going on here? Maybe we could just start Tucker Young. Maybe that could be the case we do, because him throwing picks is gonna really get me aggravated. So, man, Tucker Young is showing some promise. So you got the Cowboys game here. Both of these guys are gonna have to figure out who wants to be QB1, or we're gonna make that uncomfortable decision and make some changes because that's not good. We lost 27-24. Check the schedule out. So 3-point loss. Tucker Young played way better. Daniel Jones, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 9 for 16, while Tucker Young played way better than him. Carson Steele's a running back on there. Trey Benson, whatever. Josh Downs, again, he's balling out, so he's showing us that he's the guy on our team. So I love that. And defense, we're getting some sacks from our guys. Defoe, Travis Jones, JT, Tavondre Sweat. So our D-line's making things shake. Trevon Diggs ended up signing back with the Cowboys. Then we got the Packers game here. So 1-1 Packers, who are 88s all over the board. So they're probably really, really good this season. And if Daniel Jones underperforms, all we had was allow 0 rushing touchdowns. We lost 42-10. Bro, what happened? Jordan Love had 5 touchdowns. He went off on us. Daniel Jones did nothing. Tucker Young came in and still played better. So Daniel Jones lost his starting spot. Just like that. Just like that, he lost his starting spot. Our defense got cooked by Jaden Reed and Tucker Kraft and Matthew Golden and Romeo Dobbs. So that's great. Taylor Moen, you gave up 4 sacks, bro. Holy crap. 4 sacks by, oh, it is Micah Parsons. Okay, that makes sense. But we're making a QB change. We're making a QB change, and it had to happen. It had to happen. Y'all gotta understand that. This was bound to happen when you got a guy that's not playing to how he's supposed to be. So Daniel Jones loses his spot. We got to cut 17 players. Let's move on from this. What we're going with. Year 3 of trying to make this freaking rebuild make sense. And Daniel Jones got benched. This is what we're going with. D-line is going to be just unbelievable. But that's the whole point. Defense wins championships. That's what we're trying to prove here. So week 1 against the Bucs. Let's see how Tucker Young does. Daniel Jones, I try my best with him. But he can lock in. And we just won the game. We started off the year with a dub 27-7. 27-7 as a win. That's a very, very comfortable win. Tucker Young, 93 passer rating, got sacked 3 times, but he's 25 for 31. Baker Mayfield got picked off once, he got sacked twice. JT had 3 rushing touchdowns and a fumble, but that doesn't matter. We got a dub. Damn, Sergio Stevenson went off. That sucks. Levi Wallace had 4 catches, 35 yards. All right. Our receivers going to do their thing. Everyone's going to get the ball. Taylor Moen, you keep giving us sacks, you're going to get benched or traded, bro. Figure it out. Rodney Thomas got a pick as well, too. JT had a sack. Ben Morales and Defoe both had half sacks. So, yeah. So, if Taylor Moen gives up another sack, we're going to just trade him away or something. So, we won game 2. We beat the Dolphins 19-16. All right. So, looks like we're ready 2-0 to start. We got the Panthers in week 3. Tucker Young had a lower passer rating, got sacked 4 times, but he didn't get picked off. Him and Tua both got sacked 4 times. We just ended up winning. JT had 20 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Devon Achane had a touchdown as well, so pretty similar. The sack total, though, that's getting a bit outrageous. And Raymond gave up 3. Taylor Moen gave up 1. Damn, so these defenses, bro, these D-lines are problems. Chop Robinson went off. JT went off. Carlise went. So both defenses had guys going off, but we ended up catching a dub. So our tackles are going to have a hard time this year. But going up against the Panthers, who have one of the best offenses in the league, I guess. And let's see if we go 3-0. We don't fumble. We ended up losing 23-17. So close game. And Jalen Jones dislocated his ankle. So one of our top corners just got hurt. That's not a good. That's not good. He's gonna be out for a while. And Bryce Young, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Got sacked 3 times. Tucker Young had a tough game, but he still kept us in it for the most part. JT also had a rushing touchdown. Trent Franklin, he's a rookie, who went off on us, which is great. Love to see that. And Goncalves had a sack. Moen and Raymond both gave up sacks too. Travis Jones had 2 sacks. So, our D-line's going to make things happen. They're going to make things happen. And let's into the middle of the year. I want to see, before we do that, let's take a look at the tackle position, right? See if we can maybe move on from Taylor Moen, just because he's given up lots of sacks. We get Chris Jenkins. Bro, we don't need another D lineman, please. Maybe a corner. Nah, we don't need him. An edge, wide receiver. Nah, we don't really need. Damn. What tackles are available? Well, that's another thing. I want to go for a younger tackle. See what we're working with here. So this guy, he's 25 years old. What's going on for Ozzy? Damn, a 3rd round pick? A 3rd round pick is all it takes? Or 4th and a 5th? Or a 3rd round pick in 3 years? I'll just take that. What? I'll gladly take that. Get a new tackle. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit different with having a new guy, but we could trade away Taylor Moen for a 3rd, bro. I know we can. So, and why not go for a corner, I guess. Let's see if we could take a 3rd round pick from the Chargers. They only have 3 picks this year, and they make it work. So we get a 3rd round pick back of this year while trading away Taylor Moten. And I want to get a backup. Oh no, I think we have some backups. So we got to cut one player though. Let's see. Ronald. Nah, we'll cut him, I guess. I want to see if we get a backup tackle though. All right, we do have a backup tackle, so we're not really too stressed actually. So at right tackle, Ozzy will be the starter. His backup will be Jalen Travis. He's the swing tackle. Now let's go to the middle of the season. All right, so we are 4-2 at this point in the season, which is great. Let's take a look at our numbers. Offense is ranked 26. How? Tucker Young, 8 touchdowns, 3 picks. All right, he's not really throwing the ball, I guess, but JT's already got 11 touchdowns on the year, which is great. So we're going to the red zone and just having him rushing. So that works. Ozzy has only given up 4 sacks since he started. That's amazing. Defense, a couple guys here and there got some sacks. So Travis Jones has 5.5. JT has 3.5. Defoe has 2. Devondre Sweat doesn't even have a sack yet, so he's not a starter yet. But Benjamin St. Juste has a pick. Kobe Bryant has 2 picks. So, all right, we're 4-2. I'm feeling confident. Offense isn't doing much, but we're scoring a lot per game. So if that makes any sense. If we adjust the lineup here, Josh Myers is starting center. Bortolini got injured, I guess. And receivers are doing well. Defense, I love the defense, so they keep doing their thing. Let's go to the postseason. Bro, I hope we made the playoffs, bro. Yes, we go 9-8. We got the Bills. We made the playoffs, making that change. 19 touchdowns for JT on the year. Thank God we made the postseason. Offense ranked 16th. Tucker Young, 28 touchdowns, 9 picks. So great change. We gave 41 sacks though. JT had 1,400 yards and 19 touchdowns. That's awesome. Josh Downs also had 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. This rookie, Linval Wallace, 973 yards and 2 touchdowns. A great year for him. Raymond gave up 13 sacks. Bro, Trapillo only gave up 7. Thank God I traded him away. Like, let's take a look at the Bears who gave up sacks. Let's see what Taylor Moen finished off with. Only 7 sacks for him. And sacks for Moten is... Didn't I send him here? No, I sent him to a team for... Whoa. Oh, Taylor Moen only gave 4 sacks. So, is he even the starter? Nah, I think he is. But he only gave 4 sacks. Oh, no, they started Joe Alt. Joe Alt was there. Okay, so... We sent him away to not even like be getting playing time. But good stuff from our guys here defensively. Now let's take a look at this. So Ben Morales had 164 tackles and 102 solos. So he's insane. Probably led the league. TFLs, Latu had 15 and so did DeForest Buckner. 4 sacks from Defoe. 8 sacks from Travis Jones. 5.5 from Carlise, Latu, JT. Devondre Sweat at 2.5. Interceptions, 4 from Dax Hill. So good year from them. So our offense ranked 16th. So middle of the pack type of offense. And defense ranked 29th. Wow. I'm actually very shocked by that. But we're in the postseason, if that means anything. We're in the postseason. That's fire to me. Tucker Young's an 86. This man went from like a 73 to an 86 in one season. Holy moly. Torpillo's an 81, so good trade for him. Defense, Morales is a 91. Devondre Sweat's the lead D tackle. I guess DeForest Buckner's out for the year. Travis Jones is also out too. So we're kind of cooked there. Benjamin St. Juste was a good signing for us. Ortega's an 80. Yo, what is going on? Let's take a look at his injuries before we get into the game. Quentin Nelson, 2-7. Defoe, 5-9. He's gone. Yeah, they're both on IR. Travis Jones is not on IR, so he could come back. Reed Cole has an ACL sprain. And damn, we are cooked. But interceptions, Dax Hill was tied for the lead with 4. And tackles, I'm surprised our boy wasn't there, but he didn't lead in solo tackles. JT was second in sacks, or second in touchdowns. And yeah, now we got the Bills. All right, so offense is going down the field. Looks like turnovers are happening, but our defense is holding it down. But it looks like Josh Allen's going to shut that down. Oh, we only gave up 3 points. Offense, third quarter. Okay, if we could get in position to score, we do. We're up 7-3. Third quarter's about to end. Bills look like they're about to score. They do. And it looks like they're about to score again. If the nope. 4th down alert. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. 4th and 3. We're down 10. Looks like the season's pretty much coming to an end here. All right, so it looks like we're gonna end up losing 14-17 to the Bills. I mean, new QB, he gets playing time, you know, but he didn't play too well against Josh Allen, who, you know, Josh Allen's Josh Allen. 13 carries, 67 yards for JT. Josh Downs was the lead receiver, 7 catches, 94 yards, and that sucks. Ozzie Trapilo gave some sacks, but I mean, Chad Muma came into the game and also got playing time, but tough L. Let's see who made the Pro Bowl. All right, Pro Bowl rosters here. AFC, obviously our guy Tucker Young didn't make it. JT made it though. Wow. Tight ends, no one. Offensive line, no one, surprisingly. D-line, no one. Wow. Cornerbacks, oh, Carlise made it. Dax Hill made it as cornerback 1. Mekhi Blackman made it, so we got 2 cornerbacks that made it. Kobe Bryant, our safety, made it. So, honestly, a good year for our guys overall. I mean, yeah, it would suck. It sucked that we didn't make the you know, go farther in the playoffs, but we're on track. You know, we got rid of Daniel Jones from being QB1, and we put Tucker Young as QB1, and that's the reason why we made it. And you know, hopefully Colts fans, this is something that you guys can build upon. Daniel Jones is performing well. I think in the game right now, as I'm watching it, I think it's 14-3 against the Raiders, even though Geno Smith and the Raiders are kind of garbage. But hey, Bills just won a Super Bowl. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Brett Barber for the freaking Jags, so that sucks. Bills win Super Bowl and MVP. So yeah, that's how that went. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What you would do differently with this rebuild, and let me know what other team you want to see me rebuild. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, you gotta be a Fiend 6 seed. Peace.